Hi, do you know the differences between Spring Framework and Spring Boot Framework? Well, actually, there are many. By using Spring Framework, we can just develop web applications, whereas by using Spring Boot Framework, we can develop web applications also and REST APIs. Yes, right now in the market, if we want to develop REST APIs, the good option is to use Spring Boot. Spring doesn't have any in-memory databases, whereas Spring Boot framework it has in-memory databases like H2. Spring doesn't support for any embedded servers, whereas Spring Boot it supports for embedded servers like Apache Tomcat, ZD. So many servers are inbuilt in Spring Boot. Spring Boot framework it supports for boilerplate code, whereas Spring framework it doesn't support for boilerplate. So boilerplate code means for any small functionality, if a developer has to write a lot of code, then it is called as boilerplate code. Spring framework it is totally based on dependency injection concept, whereas Spring Boot framework it is totally based on auto configuration concept. Yes, in Spring Boot we don't have to develop any XML configuration files, not required. In Spring, developers manually have to define the dependencies in pom.xml file, whereas in Spring Boot, so we just have to mention the starter dependencies. Then Spring Boot framework automatically it will take care of all the required dependencies. So if you're looking for learning Spring Boot more in details and if you want to get a hands-on experience on Spring Boot application from a more practical oriented, so you can contact LiveTech at below details. Thank you.